The future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, comics, novels, and video games, but also let's not forget about the new Star Wars TV series coming to Disney+, as well as the new Star Wars trilogy of films by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly how both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are going to handle all of this. This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney is that we do know that they have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the early development phase. That, of course, is for Disney Plus alone, in case you guys did not know this. You know, we got The Mandalorian Season 2 and 3 in the works, we got the Kenobi show, an Ahsoka Tano TV series, a Star Wars Rebels sequel series. I mean, that's just to name a few. And the fact that they're really trying to create a library's worth of Star Wars content, it only tells us, the Star Wars community, that they're very ambitious, whether it's out of a phase of desperation or trying to be very genuine with the fans. Regardless, they're trying to make things right for the Star Wars fandom as a whole. And when we think about the new films that are, in fact, being developed as we speak, these new movies are really going to differ from the other trilogies that we have seen by Disney. So that's another thing to really take into account, is that these new movies are really going to evolve the Star Wars franchise, if you will. It may sound a little, I guess you could say, you know, quite worrisome for Star Wars fans out there, but at the same exact time, I think that evolving the franchise is a healthy thing to do, kind of like what George Lucas did with the prequel trilogy. Notice how the tone felt very different than the original trilogy. Now, with that being said, what's really intriguing is, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe that will introduce brand new timelines and a new mythology to the Star Wars fandom as a whole. Now, it's noted that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are both working very hard together as a team in order to create a better and brighter future for the Star Wars franchise moving forward. Now, currently George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau are all working together as a team in order to create a better future for the Star Wars brand. One of the major projects that Disney is working on is the fourth Star Wars trilogy of films that will bring in a brand new tone for the Star Wars franchise. Kevin Feige from Marvel is said to be the one handling the backbone of the new trilogy of films, and how it will be handled, and that he is still in the talks with actor Keanu Reeves to become a part of the new Star Wars universe. Now, it's noted that Lucasfilm is developing something new for the fans to enjoy, such as a brand new villain that will be introduced in one of the new Star Wars films, known as the Sith King, on the world of Exegol. Exegol is the world seen in Episode 9 where Palpatine lived. That throne that we actually saw in the film is actually said to have belonged to this new Sith King that is being developed by Lucasfilm. Not just that, but they are also focused on creating Sith gods that will play a major role in the new EU. Now, this is said to be the dark side version of the Wills, if you will, that will be used in the new films that will respect the vision by George Lucas. Now, Lucas is also described to have a role in how the films will be created, and that many of Lucas's abandoned ideas and concepts from his other projects will be used for the new Star Wars trilogy. Now, additionally, it's explained that Lucasfilm is also looking for Jennifer Connelly to portray a brand new villain in the Star Wars trilogy, where Chapek is said to have been impressed with Connelly's role in Alita Battle Angel, and Kevin Feige is actually set to get her on board of the new trilogy of films. Now, it's also described that the new trilogy will have a brand new composer with these major films that won't involve John Williams, sadly, and that Disney is on the hunt to recapture the magic of John Williams for the new Star Wars films by choosing the right composer. Now, the new movies are set to actually move throughout the ages and have a very unique format that will differ greatly from the other trilogies by Lucasfilm, and that the new films are set to be using revolutionary technology that will redefine the use of CGI and motion capture in cinema that will be groundbreaking for other productions to use as well. Now, this new trilogy is also aimed to shoot actual scenes in space, something that Colin Trevorrow wanted to do for his version of Episode 9. And I think that's by far the most impressive thing out of all of this, is the fact that they actually have a goal in mind here, to shoot scenes in space. It also reminds me of what Tom Cruise is trying to do, you know, with other future films of shooting moments in space. You know, they're trying to do this more so with a lot of film companies out there in order to get actual shots of space, and they can actually use the view of Earth and render it differently as an actual different planet. That's what they want to do with Star Wars, and that's something that Colin Trevorrow was going to do before he was let go by Kathleen Kennedy, essentially fired. So this new trilogy, I gotta say, the introduction of the Sith King and how they plan to bring back the world of Exegol and how it's going to connect somewhat to Episode 9 and how JJ, in a way, teased of what's to come in this new trilogy that's going to explore different eras or different timelines, if you will, but at the same exact time, they will all be actually interconnected. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know anything about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.